I made more money in the last 10 years of my career, like a ton of money.
Throwing touchdowns made them stars, but what they did off the field made them legends. One NFL icon flipped real estate into $600 million. Another turned his name into a $750 million media empire. These are the richest NFL players of all time, and trust me, their net worths will leave you speechless. Roger Stalbach, the $600 million real estate quarterback. In the annals of NFL financial success, no story is quite as remarkable as that of Roger Thomas Stalbach, the man who proved that sometimes the greatest victories happen long after the final whistle blows. With an estimated net worth of $600 million, Stalbach stands as the undisputed champion of NFL wealth accumulation. But his path to this extraordinary fortune reads like a masterclass in strategic career pivoting and business acumen. The foundation of Stalbach's incredible wealth story begins not with football contracts, but with a mindset that would define his entire approach to life and business. During his legendary NFL career with the Dallas Cowboys from 1969 to 1979, Stalbach earned what many would consider modest compensation by today's standards. His NFL career earnings were around $1.5 million, with his highest salary at $160,000 in 1979, figures that seem almost quaint when compared to modern quarterback contracts that can exceed $50 million annually. But here's where the Stalbach story becomes truly fascinating. While his contemporaries were focused solely on their playing careers, Roger was already laying the groundwork for his post-football empire.
In 1971, we won the Super Bowl, and the bell captain came up and gave me this telegram, and I opened the telegram. It was from Mr. Miller, and he said, congratulations on winning the Super Bowl, and you've been promoted to vice president.
This promotional telegram represented far more than a congratulatory gesture. It symbolized Stalbach's revolutionary approach to career planning. Even while leading America's team to Super Bowl glory, he was simultaneously building expertise in the commercial real estate industry, working during off-seasons with the Henry Miller Company. This dual-track career approach would prove to be the foundation of one of the most successful business transitions in sports history. The true genius of Stalbach's wealth accumulation lies in what happened after he hung up his cleats in 1979. He founded the Stalbach Company in 1977, a commercial real estate firm sold to Jones Lang LaSalle for $613 million in 2008, with Stalbach and his children's trust grossing over $100 million from this transaction by 2013. But the story of how he built this empire is where the real magic happened. The Stalbach Company wasn't just another real estate firm. It was built on a revolutionary business model that reflected Roger's character and military background. The company represented corporate clients in leasing or purchasing space, working with major corporations like AT&T, McDonald's, Hospital Corporation of America, and Kmart. But what set the company apart was Stalbach's guarantee. If clients didn't believe the company had earned its fees at the end of a transaction, they could keep up to 100% of the money. This unprecedented level of confidence in their service quality wasn't just a marketing gimmick. It was a direct reflection of the principles that guided Stalbach throughout his life. As he explained his business philosophy,
I think the most important thing is that you can never, ever lose your conscience. You've got to have a feeling for the importance of somebody other than yourself.
If you treat people right, you honest in your dealings with them, you'll win in the long run.
The numbers behind Stalbach's real estate success tell a story of consistent, methodical wealth building that spanned decades. Beyond the flagship Stalbach Company, he was involved in residential development through stakes in 27 apartments and other projects in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, some through SBC Development Corporation, which he co-owned with former Cowboys teammate Bob Brunig. During his playing days, Stalbach had endorsement deals with Anderson, Little, and Rolaids during his playing career, appearing in television advertisements throughout the 1970s and early 1980s. While these deals weren't the massive endorsement contracts we see today, they provided additional income and helped establish his public profile beyond football. The sale of the Stalbach Company to Jones Lang LaSalle in 2008 represented the culmination of over 3 decades of strategic business building. The $613 million sale price reflected not just the company's financial performance, but the brand value and client relationships that Stalbach had carefully cultivated throughout his business career. Following the sale, he served as executive chairman of the Americas region for Jones Lang LaSalle until his retirement in 2018, ensuring a smooth transition while maximizing the value of his expertise. If Roger Stalbach proved that real estate could be the foundation of NFL wealth building, our next legend demonstrated that the entrepreneurial spirit could be just as powerful, creating a business empire that spans decades and dozens of companies, all while pioneering a completely different approach to post-football success. Fran Tarkington, the $300 million entrepreneurial pioneer. Long before the term athlete entrepreneur became a Silicon Valley buzzword, Francis Asbury Tarkington was already redefining what it meant to be a professional football player with business ambitions. With an estimated net worth of $300 million, Tarkington's financial journey represents one of the most remarkable transformation stories in sports history, a tale of how a scrambling quarterback from Georgia revolutionized both football strategy and business innovation across multiple decades. Tarkington's story begins in an era when NFL salaries were so modest that players regularly worked off-season jobs just to make ends meet. His NFL career earnings were around $1.2 million, with a peak salary of $250,000, figures that required creative financial supplementation throughout his 18-season career. While early in his career, he earned just $12,500 annually, equivalent to about $111,000 today after inflation. Tarkington was already demonstrating the entrepreneurial instincts that would eventually make him one of the wealthiest former athletes in American history. What makes Tarkington's wealth story particularly fascinating is how he turned necessity into opportunity. To supplement his modest NFL income, he took part-time jobs, such as working as a salesman for a trucking company in Idaho, earning around $600 per month, and for other firms like a printing company and an advertising agency. Rather than viewing these off-season employment requirements as burdens, Tarkington saw them as business education opportunities, learning the fundamentals of sales, customer service, and business operations that would prove invaluable in his post-football career. The true genius of Tarkington's approach became evident during his playing days when he began making strategic investments and founding companies while still active in the NFL. This dual-track career development was virtually unheard of at the time, when most players focused exclusively on football until retirement forced them to consider alternative career paths. Tarkington's forward-thinking approach positioned him perfectly for the business world that awaited. Following his retirement from football in 1978, Tarkington embarked on what can only be described as an entrepreneurial explosion. He has founded over 20 successful companies over more than 50 years, with ventures spanning technology, financial services, and small business support. This wasn't just dabbling in business. This was systematic empire building on a scale that few athletes before or since have attempted. His most significant early business venture was Tarkington Software, a computer program generator company that emerged during the dawn of the personal computer revolution. The company specialized in computer-aided software engineering, CASE, which Tarkington promoted alongside Albert F. Case Jr. of Nasdaq Corporation. Tarkington Software merged with KnowledgeWare and was eventually sold to Sterling Software in 1994, representing one of the early major exits in the software industry and establishing Tarkington as a legitimate technology entrepreneur. But Tarkington's business acumen extended far beyond technology. Tarkington Financial, established in 2003, focuses on retirement strategies for boomers and retirees, with Tarkington serving as CEO and taking a hands-on approach to advocating for sound financial planning. This venture demonstrated his ability to identify demographic trends and build businesses around emerging market needs. Perhaps most impressively, Tarkington became a champion of small business entrepreneurship long before it became fashionable among celebrities and athletes. Gosmallbiz.com, a small business service platform, aligns with Tarkington's passion for supporting entrepreneurs, offering resources and tools for small business owners. The Tarkington Institute provides business education, while his partnership with Office Depot to launch smallbizclub.com created a resource center that served thousands of small businesses across America. The financial impact of Tarkington's entrepreneurial activities has been substantial and sustained. Unlike athletes whose wealth depends on a single major contract or endorsement deal, Tarkington built a diversified portfolio of businesses that generated income streams across multiple decades. This approach provided both financial security and the opportunity for compound growth that traditional employment simply couldn't match. Interestingly, research suggests Fran Tarkington had limited involvement in traditional endorsement deals during his football career, with no specific high-profile sponsorships or product endorsements publicly documented. This makes his $300 million net worth even more impressive, as it was built almost entirely through business ventures rather than leveraging his athletic fame for endorsement income. Tarkington's influence extends beyond personal wealth creation to broader economic impact. His advocacy for small business entrepreneurs, including keynote speeches at events like the SBA's National Small Business Week 2013, has helped shape public policy discussions around entrepreneurship and economic development. He's used his platform and expertise to advocate for policies that support small business growth and innovation. Today, Tarkington's business empire continues to operate and evolve, with his company serving thousands of customers and clients across multiple industries. While Tarkington was busy revolutionizing what it meant to be an entrepreneur athlete in the pre-internet era, another quarterback was taking notes and preparing to write the modern playbook for athlete brand building and media empire construction in the digital age. Tom Brady, the $300 million brand-building mastermind. In the pantheon of NFL greatness, few names command as much respect and recognition as Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr., the quarterback who redefined championship excellence and in the process revolutionized how professional athletes approach wealth building and brand development. With an estimated net worth of $300 million, Brady's financial journey represents the perfect marriage of athletic excellence and strategic business acumen, creating a blueprint for modern athlete entrepreneurship that extends far beyond traditional sports earnings. Brady's path to extraordinary wealth began with a foundation of unprecedented NFL success, but it was his vision for building something larger than football that truly set him apart from his contemporaries. Brady seems to have earned approximately $332.96 million from his NFL career, including $230 million during his 20 seasons with the New England Patriots and $50 million plus extensions with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. However, these impressive contract numbers represent just the beginning of his wealth accumulation story. What makes Brady's financial narrative particularly compelling is how he approached contract negotiations throughout his career. As Brady himself revealed about his earning strategy,
Well, if you play well for a long time, you're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah.
So like the last 10 years of my career, even though I never, I would say, went for the most money in my contract, I still ended up making way more money than I ever thought just because I played for as long as I did. And that had just to be decisions and choices that I was making. Ultimately, those choices led to different behaviors. When I saw those behaviors pay off, I made more money.
this philosophy of prioritizing longevity and team success over immediate financial maximization proved to be a masterstroke in wealth building. By taking team-friendly contracts, Brady positioned himself in consistently competitive situations that enhanced his brand value, marketability, and long-term earning potential.
I made more money in the last 10 years of my career, like a ton of money. And I try to express that to all the young players. That's just not about playing.
Brady's endorsement portfolio represents one of the most sophisticated brand partnerships in sports history. He has earned around $150 million from endorsement deals with brands like Under Armour and Hertz, with partnerships that often focused on sportswear and luxury items. His most profitable endorsement relationship has been with Under Armour, where he developed his own Brady brand of sportswear. Other significant partnerships have included Molecule Mattresses, where he switched in 2018 for equity, Upper Deck, IWC Watches, Aston Martin, Christopher Kluse, Hertz, with a contract extended through 2024, Subway, and Madden NFL. In 2022, Brady topped Forbes' list of highest paid NFL players, earning $30 million on the field and an additional $45 million off the field, highlighting his ability to monetize his fame beyond playing. This achievement was particularly significant because NFL players typically earn less from endorsements compared to athletes in other major sports, making Brady's off-field income even more remarkable. But where Brady truly distinguished himself was in his approach to business building and media empire construction. His entrepreneurial ventures demonstrate a sophisticated understanding of brand extension and long-term value creation. Brady owns businesses like TB12 and has invested in sports teams, including the Las Vegas Aces. TB12, launched in 2013, represents more than just a wellness brand. It's a comprehensive lifestyle platform that encompasses TB12sports.com, a snack line, and Brady's performance philosophy. Brady's media and entertainment ventures showcase his understanding of content's value in the modern economy. He's involved with Religion of Sports and 199 Productions, with the latter producing the 2023 film 80 for Brady, demonstrating his ability to leverage his brand across multiple entertainment platforms. Brady founded Autograph, an NFT platform, with Richard and Dylan Rosenblatt, raising $170 million in a 2022 funding round, showing his willingness to embrace emerging technologies and digital marketplaces. His sports ownership investments represent perhaps the most sophisticated aspect of his wealth-building strategy. Brady has diversified into sports ownership, including a minority stake in the Las Vegas Raiders, not finalized as of 2025 per NFL reports, part ownership of the Las Vegas Aces, WNBA, founding investor in the Las Vegas Night Owls, Major League Pickleball, and minority owner and chairman of the advisory board at Birmingham City FC, English soccer. These investments demonstrate Brady's understanding that sports franchises represent some of the most valuable and appreciating assets in the modern economy. Brady's lifestyle choices reflect his substantial wealth, with purchases that showcase both luxury and strategic value. His expensive purchases include a $186,094 Rolex and a yacht, while his car collection features a Rolls-Royce and Maserati. These purchases represent not just personal enjoyment, but also investments in appreciating luxury assets. The most significant aspect of Brady's future earning potential lies in his media career transition. His 10-year, $375 million Fox Sports contract contract as a lead NFL analyst starting in 2024 represents one of the largest media deals in sports history. This contract alone could significantly increase his net worth over the next decade, demonstrating how he successfully transitioned his football expertise into a new revenue-generating career. Still, Brady's media mastery inspired a new generation of quarterback business moguls, starting with our next legend. Peyton Manning, the $250 million media and business mogul. In the constellation of NFL quarterbacks who've successfully transitioned from gridiron glory to business brilliance, few shine as brightly as Peyton Williams Manning, whose methodical approach to wealth building mirrors the precision and preparation that made him one of football's greatest signal callers. With an estimated net worth of $250 million, Manning's financial journey represents a masterclass in strategic career planning, brand development, and the art of transforming athletic fame into sustainable business success across multiple industries. Manning's wealth foundation was built on one of the most lucrative NFL careers in history, with career earnings estimated at $400 million, including endorsement. His NFL salary alone reached approximately $249 million over his 18-season career, split between the Indianapolis Colts and Denver Broncos. This substantial on-field income provided the capital base for his extensive business ventures and investment portfolio. But what truly distinguished Manning from his contemporaries was his approach to endorsement strategy and brand building. Throughout his career, Manning was highly marketable, securing deals with major brands such as Nike, Papa John's, Nationwide, DirecTV, Gatorade, and Buick, earning an estimated $15 million annually from endorsements during his career peak, with $15 million in 2016, the year he retired. These weren't just typical athlete endorsement deals. Manning approached each partnership with the same methodical preparation he brought to studying NFL defenses. Manning's endorsement success stemmed from his unique persona and marketability. His aw-shucks demeanor, combined with genuine humor and football intelligence, made him an advertiser's dream. Whether he was appearing in DirecTV commercials, promoting Papa John's Pizza, or representing Nationwide Insurance, Manning brought authenticity and relatability that resonated with mainstream American consumers in ways that transcended traditional sports marketing. The transformation of Manning's post-retirement career into a media empire represents perhaps the most impressive aspect of his wealth-building strategy. Manning founded Omaha Productions, a media company producing shows like Manning Cast, valued at $750 million as of 2025. This valuation, following a $10 million investment from Silver Lake, positions Omaha Productions as one of the most valuable athlete-owned media companies in sports history. Omaha Productions' success extends far beyond traditional sports content. The company produces Manning Cast, an alternate Monday Night Football broadcast that has revolutionized sports television by combining game analysis with entertainment and celebrity interviews. Peyton's Places, another flagship show, showcases Manning's football knowledge while exploring NFL history and culture. The company's diverse content includes partnerships with ESPN+, Netflix, and Amazon Prime Video, and its valuation is on track to reach $1 billion. Manning's business acumen extended into the restaurant industry through strategic franchise ownership. He owned 31 Papa John's pizza franchises from 2012 to 2018, leveraging his endorsement relationship with the brand into actual business ownership. This vertical integration approach, combining endorsement income with franchise ownership, demonstrated sophisticated thinking about how to maximize value from brand partnerships. Beyond franchising, Manning has diversified into other investment areas that reflect both personal interests and market opportunities. His investments include areas like craft brewing, for example, Sweeten's Cove Bourbon, and sports technology, though specific details on these investments are less publicly documented. This diversification strategy mirrors the investment approaches of sophisticated institutional investors, spreading risk across multiple asset classes and industries. Manning's real estate investments provide another window into his wealth-building strategy. His notable purchases include a $4.575 million home in Denver upon joining the Broncos and a $5.3 million second home in Cherry Hills Village in 2023. The recent 2023 purchase, made through Wahoo Properties LLC and linked to his business entity Pay Dirt Inc., indicates a strategic approach to real estate as both personal and business investment. Manning's post-Super Bowl 50 victory interview revealed his gratitude and humility.
So it's only fitting it kind of turned out that way, and great bunch of teammates, great bunch of guys I got to play with, and I just feel very, very grateful.
This perspective of gratitude and teamwork has carried over into his business ventures, where he often emphasizes collaboration and giving back to communities. Manning's methodical approach to wealth building evolved into something even more sophisticated with our next subject. Aaron Rodgers, the $200 million investment-savvy superstar. In the modern era of NFL quarterback excellence, few players have combined on-field brilliance with off-field financial sophistication as effectively as Aaron Charles Rodgers, whose approach to wealth building represents a masterclass in strategic investment and business diversification. With an estimated net worth of $200 million, Rodgers has demonstrated that quarterback intelligence extends far beyond reading NFL defenses, encompassing venture capital investment, sports franchise ownership, and the kind of forward-thinking business strategy that separates true wealth builders from simple high earners. Rodgers' financial foundation rests on one of the most lucrative quarterback careers in NFL history, with career earnings around $380 million from NFL contracts. His current contract with the New York Jets, signed in 2023, represents a 3-year, $112.5 million deal with $75 million guaranteed, averaging $37.5 million annually. This contract followed significant previous deals, including a 4-year, $134 million agreement with the Green Bay Packers in 2018 and a 3-year, $150 million extension in 2022, demonstrating consistent elite-level earning power throughout his career. But where Rodgers truly distinguished himself from his quarterback contemporaries was in his sophisticated approach to endorsement strategy and brand partnerships. He earns $11 million annually from endorsements with brands like State Farm and Adidas. His partnership with State Farm, particularly through the iconic discount double-check commercials, netted him $3 million annually until 2022, making it one of the most lucrative endorsement deals for any NFL player. Rodgers' endorsement portfolio reflects careful brand curation rather than simple financial maximization. Beyond State Farm and Adidas, his partnerships include Pizza Hut, Bose, Cash App, Zenith Watches, TaylorMade Golf, Previa Healthcare, Bergstrom Automotive, Sharpie, and Izod. These deals showcase a diverse approach that spans sports equipment, technology, food service, and luxury goods, creating multiple revenue streams while building a comprehensive personal brand. However, the most impressive aspect of Rodgers' wealth-building strategy lies in his venture capital and investment activities. He co-founded RX3 Ventures in 2019, an investment firm that raised $150 million in a 2023 funding round. RX3 Ventures focuses on health and wellness companies, with investments in cutting-edge firms like Therabody, Hydro, Manscaped, Core Power Yoga, Super Coffee, and Whoop. This investment strategy demonstrates Rodgers' understanding of demographic trends and his ability to identify companies positioned for significant growth. Perhaps most remarkably, Rodgers holds a minority ownership stake in the Milwaukee Bucks, making him the only active NFL player with NBA team ownership. This investment, acquired in 2018, has proven particularly lucrative following the Bucks' 2021 NBA championship, which significantly increased the franchise's value. Sports franchise ownership represents one of the most reliable wealth-building strategies available to high-net-worth individuals, as team values have appreciated consistently over decades. Rodgers' business portfolio extends beyond venture capital and sports ownership into direct business operations. He owns RFI Holding, LLC, a real estate entity, and launched a $50 million venture fund with Roth Capital in 2019, serving as a general partner. These ventures demonstrate his hands-on approach to business building and his willingness to take operational responsibility for his investments. The lifestyle investments that Rodgers has made reflect both personal enjoyment and strategic asset allocation. His real estate portfolio includes a $9.5 million mansion in Cedar Grove, New Jersey, spanning 10,000 square feet with 8 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, and a $10 million home in Del Mar, California, featuring 5,771 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and amenities like a pool and home theater. He previously resided in a $28 million Malibu property, demonstrating his appreciation for luxury real estate in prime markets. Rodgers' car collection reflects his taste for high-end vehicles while also representing investments in appreciating luxury assets. His collection includes a 2011 Chevrolet Camaro convertible gifted by the Packers, a Mustang, his first car, Range Rover, Ford truck, Mercedes-Benz Maybach Exalero, and Tesla, showcasing a mix of sentimental value, luxury preferences, and forward-thinking environmental consciousness with the Tesla inclusion. What sets Rodgers apart from many other wealthy athletes is his systematic approach to business education and investment strategy. Rather than simply relying on financial advisors to manage his wealth, he's taken an active role in understanding markets, evaluating opportunities, and building relationships within the investment community. This hands-on approach has enabled him to spot opportunities that might be missed by more passive investors. While Rodgers represents the future of athlete investing, our final legend proves that sometimes the most unexpected paths lead to the greatest fortunes. John Madden, the $200 million broadcasting and gaming legend. In the annals of NFL wealth creation, few stories are as unique and multifaceted as that of John Earl Madden, whose path to extraordinary riches perfectly illustrates how vision, personality, and strategic thinking can transform a football career into a multimedia empire worth hundreds of millions. With an estimated net worth of $200 million at the time of his death in 2021, Madden's wealth accumulation story spans coaching excellence, broadcasting innovation, and perhaps most lucratively, the creation of one of the most successful video game franchises in entertainment history. Madden's journey to extraordinary wealth began in the coaching ranks, where he established himself as one of the most successful leaders in NFL history. As head coach of the Oakland Raiders from 1969 to 1978, he achieved a remarkable record that included 7 division titles and a Super Bowl victory in 1977. While exact coaching salary figures from his tenure aren't widely documented, his success likely commanded competitive compensation for the era, especially considering his status as one of the youngest head coaches in AFL history at age 32. However, it was Madden's transition to broadcasting that truly launched his wealth accumulation into the stratosphere. He was the first broadcaster to earn a $1 million salary, a milestone achievement in sports media that established him as a premium talent worthy of unprecedented compensation. At the peak of his broadcasting career, he earned $8 million annually, which when adjusted for inflation, equates to approximately $14 million today. His final broadcasting contract with NBC from 2006 to 2009 paid him $9.5 million per year, representing the culmination of a broadcasting career that spanned major networks including CBS, Fox, ABC, and NBC. Madden's broadcasting success wasn't just about compensation. He revolutionized sports commentary by bringing genuine enthusiasm, folksy wisdom, and infectious personality to football analysis. As revealed in archival footage about his famous travel method,
it made it to where he would have to leave 2 or 3 days ahead of almost everybody else to be able to be at whatever game it was.
The Greyhound bus was transformed to cater to Madden's needs back in 1987, a few years after Madden transitioned from his Hall of Fame coaching career into what became an iconic broadcasting career.
Madden's famous reluctance to fly, stemming from a plane crash he survived in 1979, led to the creation of the legendary Madden Cruiser. The bus traveled more than 80,000 miles every year to different NFL stadiums across the country.
Inside the original Madden Cruiser, you'll find a bed, a kitchenette, a full bathroom, and even a mobile office where Madden could watch and study film.
This has all the things that would at least keep him happy.
The bus traveled more than 80,000 miles every year to different NFL stadiums across the country.
But the true cornerstone of Madden's extraordinary wealth came from his association with what would become the most successful sports video game franchise in history. The Madden NFL series, starting in 1988 with EA Sports, has sold over 130 million copies, making it one of the most successful video game franchises ever created. In 2005, EA Sports signed a $300 million deal for exclusive NFL game development, and Madden personally signed a $150 million deal, granting EA perpetual use of his name and likeness. This $150 million deal represented one of the most prescient business agreements in sports entertainment history. Madden earned approximately $2 million per year as a retainer until his retirement from broadcasting in 2009, but the perpetual nature of the licensing agreement meant that his estate would continue benefiting from the franchise's success long after his death. The Madden NFL video game series transformed from a simple football simulation into a cultural phenomenon that influenced how entire generations understood and appreciated football. The game's success wasn't just about graphics or gameplay. It was about Madden's authentic football knowledge and colorful commentary being integrated into the gaming experience, creating educational entertainment that taught players real football strategy. Madden's endorsement portfolio throughout his career demonstrated his broad appeal and marketing versatility. He was among the first entertainers to earn over $1 million annually from endorsements in the 1980s, with partnerships including Miller Lite, Exxon, McDonald's, Canon, and Ramada Inn. In the 2000s, his deal with Tinactin was particularly lucrative, paying him $2 million per year. Later partnerships included Ace Hardware, Outback Steakhouse, Verizon Wireless, and Toyota. For more content like this, click on the videos showing on your screen now.